Vlogmas.io.
Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel and welcome to Vlogmas Day 12. It's me, Lauren. Just popping in a quick introduction here. It's actually backwards because I filmed some other stuff from today first, but I hope you enjoy Day 12.
Music licensing reimagined.
Hello everyone. So I just thought I would hop on here quickly and film a bit of a chat with you whilst I'm getting ready. So it is Sunday afternoon. I spent the morning finishing off this Stella hoodie and making the joggers. So I'll show you those in a second. You would have seen a clip of me before making those up. So I just thought I'd catch up with you as to where I'm at the moment. So I fully intended on vlogging yesterday. I filmed an initial introduction in the morning and then had my niece and nephew for a few hours, so didn't get to finish any filming, and then I went to my sister's to drop the kids off and I did her nails, and then my phone died. So I just thought I'd overview where I was at yesterday, today. So yesterday morning I was up bright and early and I had a psychic call. I think I mentioned it to you all a few days ago that it had been postponed and it was rebooked for yesterday. So yeah, that was at 7 o'clock yesterday morning via Zoom. And it was, yeah, really good, exactly what I needed. I just wanted some clarity, particularly around work. I had a few questions to ask her, and she provided me with pretty much the answers that I needed to hear. Then I went for breakfast with my sister and her kids because my sister and my brother-in-law were making the kids some new beds and redoing their bedroom a little bit. So yeah, we got the kids out of the house nice and early whilst my brother-in-law was putting the beds up, and we went for breakfast. Yeah, then I had the kids for a few hours whilst they were just finishing all of that up, which was nice. It was nice to have them, even though they're demanding and energy zapping. But we just were here for a little bit. I have a couple of toys here for them, so they were doing puzzles and bits and bobs, and then we took them and the dogs for a walk to burn off some energy. We came back and watched The Grinch, and then it was time to drop them back off again and let them see their new beds, which they were very excited about, so that was nice. But yeah, then I did my sister's nails and she had all a Christmas theme, and then she texted me to say, oh, you forgot to take a picture of my nails. So that was a shame, but never mind, I'll get a picture. I'll see her over the next couple of days, no doubt. But yeah, then we came back, had dinner, and pretty much went to bed after that. I don't know that there was anything else that I needed to catch up with you on. I think that was pretty much it. So today, yeah, I made the Stella hoodie and joggers by Tilly and the Buttons. I really like them. They're really comfortable. I would say that the trousers are a little bit big. I made them in a size 3, which is my usual Tilly and the Buttons size. Same as the hoodie. But yeah, I think I could possibly size down to a size 2 in the trousers, and yeah, maybe not the hoodie because I quite like that to be oversized, like a little bit, not oversized, but just a little bit roomy. I don't want it to be completely tight. And I'd take a bit of the length off as well, off of the trousers next time. I may alter these at some point to take some of the length off, but it's not that bad. It's not that important, especially with them just being joggers. I'm only gonna sort of wear this around the house anyway, or if I pop out on a dog walk then I might pop a coat over the top to wear them out, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, I really like it. The fabric, if you haven't heard me mention on one of my videos before, the fabric was from Pound Fabrics, and it's recently been in the sale as well for £2.50 a metre, which is fantastic. I don't know if they've still got any available, but they did last time I checked. And I also decided to use the same fabric for the cuffs on the sleeves and on the bottom of the legs. It does suggest in the pattern to use like an actual ribbed cuff, but I was just really uncertain about which colour to use. I thought it could make it look a bit odd. I bought a pink and it didn't go with it. And one of my lovely ladies that watched my video said, oh, why don't you just use the same fabric for the cuff? So obviously, and I'm really glad that I did, so thank you. I'm just straightening my hair and I've got this bit on my head that I haven't done yet. But yeah, so that's that. Tomorrow I've got a sewing social, or a social as they call it, at a place local to me. I've never been before. I've only recently found them on Facebook, and yeah, never been before, so I'm looking forward to that. I think it costs £5 to go along, and a lady has, I think it's like a wooden lodge in her garden, and you can just pop along, take whatever project you're currently working on, and you can use her cutting table and things like that. I'm not sure whether we'd need to take our own sewing machines for that. I assume we would, but I just need to sit down and sort out which project I'm actually going to take with me, because obviously I've finished this loungewear set, which was the most recent thing that I was making, but if you've seen my previous Vlogmas to this one, then you'll see I was talking about making a coat, like a onesie sort of coat for just dog walks in the winter when it's miserable outside. So I may take that project with me, just purely because she's got a huge cutting table and it would be really easy to cut that out at hers, but that depends, because I may actually decide to start that this afternoon, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, so that would be nice just to meet some other sewists locally, because I don't really know any, to be honest, apart from you guys on the sort of YouTube and social media community. I don't really know any that are local to me, so it'd be quite nice to meet some new people. And then I've got a stew in the slow cooker for later on this afternoon, which should be quite nice. I always like a Sunday when you sort of start the morning quite slow, the housework's pretty much done, and just do what you want. So I've had a shower and a hair wash, I did some sewing this morning, got a nice hearty meal in the slow cooker. But yeah, just like a nice Sunday when you're all organised, doing my hair, ready for work again, to start again on Monday. Yeah, they say, don't they, a Sunday well spent brings a week of content, I think is the saying, which I find is very true. I need to catch up on some YouTube comments on my most previous vlogs. I've had some lovely comments on there that I've read, so I'd just like to go and reply to everybody. But yeah, so I think that's it really. Okay, so excuse the fact that I'm filming this way. I just thought it made most sense. But here is my Stella hoodie and joggers that I made out of this gorgeous fabric from Pound Fabrics. It's a stretch fabric, and I used this sort of turquoisey blue in the hood lining. That's the only place that I used that. We've got pockets in the joggers here, and they're quite a high waistband, which I wasn't expecting, but that's quite nice. They are a little bit loose. I probably could have sized down to a 2, but they're okay. They're a little bit long on the leg as well. I'm 5'4", and I probably could have taken about an inch off of those. I also created a faux sort of hemband around the waist here of the, or around, yeah, the bottom edge, the hem of the hoodie. I just prefer that finish on these. But yeah, and I need to add the lace or whatever, the string into the hood. I just haven't done that yet because I haven't got any. But yeah, it's been really comfortable. Really, really like it. Very successful make. Nice and cozy for a Sunday. Hello everyone. So I thought I would just hop on really quickly because I know quite a few of you have asked now. I'm going to show you how I make the fat quarter, like drawstring makeup or toiletry or whatever you want bags, which I posted on my Instagram a little while ago. So I take my fat quarter or any size of fabric that you'd like to use, obviously dependent on how big you'd like this to be. I then fold it into 4 like so, and fold it again. Now the measurements and stuff aren't going to be 100% accurate because it's all just going to depend on how big you want this to be, but I've then got it folded into 4 like this, and this is my shorter side along here. So I'm just going to take that and fold it up because I want to maximise the most amount of space that I can get out of this when cutting it into a circle. Now, as I said, this isn't completely accurate. I'm a bit slapdash, has got to be said, with measurements and things like that. Excuse the noise just whilst I grab my ruler and my pencil. But what I then do is I measure the length between this point here and this point here to get the maximum measurement that we can find. Again, dependent on how big you want this to be, you can just measure exactly how big you want it. So that's about 8 3/4. I'm just going to make it 8 1/2 just because we've got a bit of fraying on this edge here, and I'm going to mark that. There are far better ways to make a circle out of fabric. I know that you can get all sorts of gadgets and gizmos that will help you to do this. You could use a template of a dinner plate, or any other circular object to suit you. But I'm just keeping the 8 1/2, which is my measurement, 8 1/2 inches on the point, and then just turning the top round like so, and then marking that. Keep going all the way until you reach the edge. Okay. Lots of you are probably cringing as you watch this because you're really accurate with your measurements, but I am not for this sort of thing. So I'm just going to unfold mine. So I've got the marks here up into the halfway point, just because my rotary blade won't go through any more than 4 layers. But I'm then just going to cut that out. I'm just going to fold this back over to this point here, and then use this as a guide for the rest of the cutting. This is also very awkward because the camera is right where my head wants to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, there you go. No messing, just cut it out. And then if we open it up, you'll see I've got this huge circle, and if I do say so myself, that is pretty much as accurate as you're going to get a circle. So there you go. I've grabbed some string, which this rope actually came with this fat quarter. This was from a So Hailey Jane box. And again, because story of my life, I'm just gonna check that we've got enough to go round, which by the looks of it we definitely do, so I know that I can use that rope. I'm then just going to grab some bias tape. So this is bias binding tape, if you haven't seen it before. And again, you want to make sure that you've got enough of this to go all around the edge. So I'm going to fold this bias tape together in half like that, so that these little turned over bits are on the inside. It's on either end of the bias tape. Once I've stitched it to one side, I'm just going to make a buttonhole on each of them, and then I can thread my rope through. So I'm just going to go and iron this, and then I will time lapse just adding the bias tape on for you. Okay, so I've made those two tiny little buttonholes, if you can see those. And now what I'm going to do is just fold this bias tape over to the right side of the fabric and sew it all down. I am going to leave a bit of a gap between these two buttonholes here, just to feed through my rope. We just need to thread the rope through these little buttonholes, and then we just want to close this gap that we left here if you needed to leave one. So I'm just going to put a simple knot in the end of those, and then you've got this drawstring bag and you can pull the bias. This bias that I'm using is almost a bit like Hessian. It's so stiff, but it does come loose as you use it. It becomes softer. So there you go. There's my bag all closed. I just pop a knot in them, and then each time I use them I undo it, and you open your bag and you can flat lay it. So there we have the bag all made up. Like I said, I genuinely use my makeup bag every single day. It's actually deceptive how much a fat quarter one can fit in. You can actually fit, well, I fit all of my everyday makeup, which, okay, isn't loads, but I have like eyeshadow palettes and stuff in there, and my brushes. So yeah, I hope that tutorial was okay. Do send me a DM or tag me on Instagram if you do make one, because I'd love to see what you guys come up with. And yeah, I hope that tutorial was okay. I got a bit of imposter syndrome making that. Sort of, I'm a beginner sewist, why would you want a tutorial from me? But there you go. So yeah, get making, guys. They're perfect Christmas presents. I'd say that probably just took me about half an hour, including filming. So if you batch made those, you could make a handful in a couple of hours. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you all for watching my Vlogmas day 12. I've just got into bed with a cup of tea, catching up on the Baker That Sews Vlogmas day 12. I'm going to upload this one in the morning, just whilst I'm playing catch up. But thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye bye.